Do you think meditation's a religion? Meditation is not a religion. I think it's important to note that meditation isn't some religious belief or some spiritual ritual. Today I want to talk about this, as sometimes when I've spoken about meditation with some people, they immediately think it's some type of praying. This is yet another one of those misconceptions of meditation that I think really needs to be addressed. If you want to know about the other misconceptions of meditation, then you should definitely check this video out here. Anyways, this one I'm going to talk about today is of particular importance, as I think it could be one of the main reasons that meditation hasn't yet gained that widespread adoption. Putting it simply, meditation is not a Buddhist or Hindu religious ritual. It's simply a brain training exercise. That's it. Of course, Buddhists meditate and Hindus meditate, as well as many other religions, and they figured out a long time ago that it was a damn good thing to do. Just like we figured out that we should probably go for a run every now and then. When I first started to meditate, I started using the Headspace app. And the only reason I found out about that app is because I listened to the Tim Ferriss podcast. On the podcast, he said that out of all the successful people he's interviewed, they all had one thing in common. That's right, they all had a really strong belief in God. Nah, just kidding. They all had a daily practice of meditation, of course. But hey, maybe some of them did believe in God, but that's not the point. To each their own. The point is that they all had a strong daily meditation practice. So, if it was good enough for them, it was definitely good enough for me. On that note too, if you're already religious and you're not meditating, it's important to note that if you do want to start a meditation practice, that it won't clash with or hinder any of your current religious beliefs. Meditation is just a mental exercise, that's it. It's a tool that's used to enhance focus as well as relieve stress and anxiety, amongst many other things. Anyways, that's how I was introduced to it by a Tim Ferriss podcast. It was at a time in my life where I really wanted to improve myself, and I had this why not give anything new a try attitude. However, when I've spoken to some people, unfortunately I find out that the only reason they haven't tried meditation is because they associate it with religion. And of course their view of religion is quite negative. Hence, they straight away think meditation's a bad thing. So I just want to make it super clear that it's simply just a brain training technique. And as we've now found out that depending on what kind of technique you're using, it can strengthen different parts of the brain. Pretty much exactly like targeting a muscle group when you're training at the gym. Isn't it funny how we're still overlooking the most important muscle in the body? Yeah, you might be a gym junkie thinking that you're giving yourself a whole body workout, but in my opinion, if you're not meditating, then you're missing the most crucial muscle in the whole body. Apart from the religious vibe that meditation gets, it also gets a spiritual hippie vibe. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind incense crystals and nice music, but a lot of people don't. And meditation unfortunately always seems to find itself packaged up in that kind of stuff. So then those people that may truly gain from it tend to veer away, as all that stuff is most likely making them feel super uncomfortable. Anyways, meditation's transformed my life in such a big way that now I can talk about it every day and somehow I still manage to find out something new all the time. It's probably that snowball of curiosity you get from doing it every day. I admit, with me, I did find meditation exciting, and then eventually I did dig deeper into the roots of it. But you definitely don't need to do that to receive the benefits. And I guess this kind of ties into another misconception, that meditation takes years to get good at. Just like I stated before, meditation's like going to the gym or going for a run. A lot of us do those things simply because they're healthy. We're not necessarily trying to get to the Olympics. Well, it's the same with meditation. If you want to look into it further, great. And if you don't, that's great too. The most important thing is that you start to do it. As just like with any other exercise, we do it because it's healthy. But as I always say, don't take my word for it, try it out yourself. I'll leave links to related articles down below. If this video has given you value, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any questions or thoughts, please leave a comment below. I'm Alix, I'll see you next week. Later, Meditator. Make no mistake, it's time to